Welcome back to Lovin Dubai Show. We are now joined by one of Dubai's most recognizable artists, making his mark on the big city, one brush stroke at a time. Welcome to the show, Gailani.
Thank you. It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
Such a pleasure having you on.
Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
Like we were telling you before the show, we have so many of your fans who have tuned in across all our platforms and are just saying hi to you. Sending big love.
Yeah, thank you for the love and thank you for everybody who's tuning in. And it's great, artists love when they're appreciated. This is what we live for, and I've been blessed in a way that people have appreciated my work. So,
I mean, when your work is that good, but do tell us a little bit about yourself and what is it that you do?
Well, my name is Gailani, and I have grown up in UAE. I come from Pakistan, actually to mixed parents, Iraqi dad and Pakistani mother, and grew up here. Did my primary and high school in Dubai, and then I started a corporate job, and I stopped. My parents were typical Asian parents, and they were like, "Please don't become an artist." So I started a corporate job, and somewhere down the line, I found my creative voice. So I'm a self-taught artist.
Oh, wow.
And my genre of art is I do portraits, and I do it in pop art. So it's very vibrant colors, and my signature style is having graffiti of thoughts of my subject at the back or on the painting. And I do both canvases and wall murals.
That's amazing. I've been seeing your art for almost a decade now. Crazy throwback stories. But
yes.
You were saying you were doing a corporate job.
Yes.
And then how did you know that this was your true calling and this is what you wanted to do?
Well, I sort of woke up one day and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, whose life am I living? Because it's sort of living for everybody else. And the corporate job is lovely, and those who do it, I think all the respect to them. But I wanted a creative outlet, so I decided to paint. And the story to this is I found my creative voice when I went to Berlin in Germany, and I stood next to the Berlin Wall, and I just felt a connection to that place, and I started to paint after that.
Wow.
That's so interesting. I mean, but were you not scared to jump ship from corporate into something that you have like no stability for?
Yeah.
And, like you don't know if it's like a reliable source of income, and how are you gonna like work on all your expenses?
Yes, so I did, and it is scary. And for a long time after that, when I started to do art, then after some time, I'm like, okay, it's time to take on a day job. And I did do a day job alongside art. And for the last 10 years, for the last 12 years, I was in Oman. And I recently moved back to Dubai. So I had a professional art studio alongside a day job. And towards the last few years, I became a full-time artist. So I did have a place where I had a day job and I continued art till I reached a success that it could sustain me.
So you had the safety net for yourself.
I had a safety net, and a lot of artists do this.
Would you say it's important to have a safety net as you're starting off?
I think so, because you have to pay your bills, you have to eat.
You can't avoid them.
And you have to have the means of having at least a comfortable way to survive, to let your creative juices flow, and to also see how much of it is what's working with the people. You may get commissions, you may not get commissions, you may get exhibitions, you may not get exhibitions. So it's also a good way of having a day job and delving into art, so that you see where's the success coming from. And once you're in a comfortable place, jump right in, because it is really the most fulfilling thing that one can do.
Insane.
Yeah. So, but a funny backstory is somebody came to me as an art student.
Who?
10 years ago to my art studio.
Who are you talking about?
Tell me more.
Yes. I have a picture that I brought from that time.
He's left a picture of you from 10 years ago as a student.
Oh my God.
There is a picture.
Can we zoom in on you here?
Yes, we can. So this is the class coming to my art studio, and that's him.
Oh my God!
Don't you show the camera.
Oh my God, this is a major throwback of Shahir.
I'm lightheaded. I don't feel okay.
How was he as a student, as an artist? Be honest.
Okay, he was brilliant. I really liked he was a sort of a rebel, and I immediately in a group of people when I see a rebel, I'm like, that's my guy. I'm like I gravitate towards it. And he was very creative, and he needed to find his voice. And we had this amazing talk about what is your passion, and paint about that, and it was really lovely. And I'm glad that you followed a creative field.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Did he paint something, or was it just a black canvas?
So that was
School trip.
A school trip to an artist studio. So the entire A-level class, I guess, of art students had come to my studio in Oman. Yeah.
But that's amazing, a classroom tour to your studio.
So they were teaching about how do you make something what we talked about. How do you make art into something which is sustainable source of income? So so I was teaching them how to make a portfolio, which studios to apply for, how do you apply for artist grants, how do you put in the paperwork to get those deals that help you sustain.
Do you have to get a license for becoming a professional artist?
Yes, in Oman, you do, to have a commercial, yes, and of course, you do everywhere to have that. But the great thing about Dubai is welcoming artists and creative people, and especially as you all know about this golden visa that they have,
which you recently got. Congratulations!
Thank you. Yes, I was lucky enough that my application for the golden visa as an artist got approved by the Ministry of Culture and Art in Dubai, and I got the visa, so the golden visa. So my message to everybody listening, if you're a creative person, if you're an artist, come to Dubai. It welcomes you with open arms. And it makes it very easy for you to be, self-employed or working for yourself, self-sponsored artist, and make a living here.
Well, that was actually going to be my next question. Why would you move back here from Oman, and what opportunities do you get? Which you answered perfectly.
Yes, I think there's a lot of growth. Oman was great. I loved my time there. But I think there's so much opportunity in Dubai. And I think this is what, I think it's not a secret. Everybody knows this. And that's why everybody wants to move here. And if you have the resources, my parents live here. My brother lives here. So I did have a safety net of coming to family. And even if that wasn't there, I would have moved to Dubai and to pursue greener pastures and better opportunities. And since I've been here, I've already had 3 exhibitions. I had a few articles in the magazine, so it's been a good success for me so far.
Well deserved, of course, and especially since moving here, I've been seeing a lot of him. We've had guests for different shows that we do. Mention you and talk about it. I'm like, oh my God, he's everywhere now. But what are you most
I don't pay them all. Trust me, I don't pay them.
Sure. How do we know that?
You let out the secret.
Typical service.
That's how you do it, word of mouth, make it look very organic.
Yeah. And behind the scenes, I'm begging everybody, please mention me. Tag me.
No, you don't need to at all.
100%. The art speaks for itself. But what would you say you're most proud of? You've been here since relocating. It hasn't been that long, but you've done a lot already.
Yeah. Well, I do think I did a show called The Portrait Show, and it was bringing together different artists. And portraits are something which in the region still haven't gotten fame because people have some certain concepts about not putting faces in homes. So it gets overlooked a bit. So I did a portrait show which I curated, and so I put that together, and I brought all these artists there, and it was a smash hit. I loved it. And I also did a wall mural for a hotel, a really huge, 5 meter high, and I was on a scaffolding and I was
wow.
painting it, and it was really out of my comfort zone because I'm not very good with heights, and I'm like, if I fall,
No one is. No one's good with heights.
and that was really challenging, and I was able to do that, and that I'm really proud of. But the one thing which recently I got an approval of is coming up in March will be World Art Dubai, and I will be doing an amazing interactive experience booth, which would be called Becoming Frida Kahlo. And Frida Kahlo is my biggest inspiration, the Mexican artist. So everybody who comes to that art exhibition will come and interact with my vision or my tribute to Frida Kahlo.
That is so exciting to look forward to.
It's an exclusive.
Yes, nobody's knows this till now. So I guess now everybody will.
Well, your fan clubs, it's your job now to spread it around. I want to ask you about your very unique look and tattoos, but first you guys get tagging on all our platforms wherever you're watching to win that amazing mural of
Messi.
Messi. You know, I was like, should I say goat Messi?
She keeps
Should
calling him the goat.
Lionel Messi? What should I say? But should we show them again?
Yes, let me grab it.
It is the most beautiful portrait I've seen of him. How long did it take for you to make that?
Well, funny story is that I thought about this yesterday, so it took me a few hours to do this.
Look at hours?
Yeah.
For this
that.
But I
masterpiece?
finished at 2 in the morning last night. So
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much.
Yeah.
Our viewers, like, you guys can be winning this. It's so simple. Just tag anyone and
All this can be
everyone in our
yours?
comments, and this can be yours.
Let me just move it in the background. The artist, the art and the artist.
The artist and
Look
the
at
art.
that.
Oh,
thank you.
it's
thank you so
incredible.
much.
The strokes and the colors.
I know the colors is what's driving me crazy.
And I wanted to have the wish that they put on because
Yes.
everybody was
Nice touch.
Yeah, because everybody was had a lot to say about it, and
Yeah.
I think that it represents the Arab culture so much.
It's
so.
fab. Like everything amalgamated in one painting. So, your look. Tell me about your look. Why did you grow your hair? What do your tattoos mean? You have your name tattooed on your
Yes,
arm.
it's called shameless branding.
Okay,
So
branding.
each time somebody takes a picture, my name's there.
Put the @ sign as well, so they can find your Instagram.
So somebody then said I should have tattooed my QR code of Instagram. So everybody, I'm like that.
Genius.
That's genius.
I am. That's
Oh
my
my
next
God.
tattoo.
Please don't. When you grow old and saggy and wrinkly, like, do you want the
I don't
QR
know the
code to be like?
yes, but that is a thought. Now I haven't gone that far.
Have you
but
seen Gajni?
Yes, yes.
So it's a movie about this guy who has a dementia and like he keeps forgetting who he is and everything. So he's tattooed his name on his either forehead or arm or something. And I'm just like, I saw your name there. I'm like, huh.
It's funny. Somebody said the exact same thing to me. They're like, like the movie. I'm like, yeah, I didn't think that far.
Yeah, I don't have dementia though.
Shameless branding, I see. And what does that mean?
Well, these are words of Rumi, and it's called. Yesterday I was working. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, so I'm changing myself. So I'm very spiritual. I love Sufism, and so I love Rumi. So I had to have those words. And this is about being present in the moment.
Do you want to show it to the camera?
Yeah, this is about being present in the moment.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, I love this tattoo. That's super cool.
This became the motto of my life. That we want to change the world, but actually you start from within, and that's what it is.
What about the rings? Like, where are the rings from?
Well,
We're like dissecting everything.
I love rings. I was in a rush. I forgot bracelets. Otherwise, there are bracelets, there are rings, there's necklaces. And when I walk in, and I go like this to the grocery store, and everybody's like, really?
Guy.
For oranges? All this just for some oranges?
Are these like stones?
Yeah, so some are crystals, and this is yellow topaz. So it's supposed to make me calm. I'll let you know if it works.
Do we feel tranquil amongst the two of us?
I don't think any artist can feel tranquil. If they're saying they are, it's a lie.
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong. So and I like long hair. I've had hair of different short types. but this is what I like.
It's a vibe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a vibe and
I
how.
like that. I like that.
I feel like I've never met a boring-looking artist. Like it just comes part and parcel
That's
with
true.
the
That's true.
job, no?
Yeah, so yeah, because like if the art doesn't sell, we'll have.
I love that. Well, speaking of artists in general, what are like a piece of advice or guidance that you would give to anyone that's trying to become an artist in the making? The same advice you gave me 10, 12 years ago.
Yes, and it stays the same. Is be authentic to who you are and be authentic to your style. Don't try to copy anybody. Don't try to be somebody else, because a lot of people think that if this sort of sells or this sort of works, I'll try to be like that. No, try to be yourself. And if you're really authentic to your style, that is going to come across to people and viewers, and they're really going to gravitate towards your art. Be unique, be a little different, because you also want to stand out from the crowd. But don't be somebody else. Be yourself.
How do you find your voice as an artist?
And it is your voice is through constant practice, constant being in the studio. And I can't stress this enough to your listeners, is that anybody to be good at their craft, you have to put in the hours. You have to be in the studio and paint and try something, see if it works. It doesn't work, go ahead and do it. And have a point of view. So why are you making this piece? What is it saying? Does it have? If it doesn't say anything, if it doesn't elicit a response, why are you making it? So that's really what I feel is what should drive artists, is putting in the craft, having a point of view, and really constantly evolving, constantly taking yourself. You be your own competition instead of looking at others.
Be your own competition.
That is amazing. So well said. Before we wrap up the interview, I just want to ask, like, where do you think art is heading? NFTs, digital art, or you think all forms of art can survive and thrive together?
Yeah, so all forms of art survive together. I think digital art is clearly there's an explosion in it. I think one just needs to wait and see, is it just hype, or is it the way forward? But I think a mix of the two. So there's some really great digital artists who then actually print out their art on a canvas and sign it. So there's actually, you have the NFT and you have a canvas, physical. And I think that balance is really where the future is. Before we do wrap up, there's something very unique about Dubai and its people that is my next collection about. And Kendall's one of them.
Okay.
Where am I in this collection? I feel left out.
So another exclusive for your show is I'm doing a series, and that series is called Faces of Dubai, and I'm taking so many beautiful people here who have put Dubai on the map through social media. So I'm taking social media stars and I'm making a collection of pop art portraits of them. So I've started with the biggest social media star there is Sheikh Hamdan Fazza, and you've probably seen it on my Instagram, the pop art version of him taking a selfie.
Yeah, it's playing next to us as well.
So that was my first, and then I'm doing Ken Doll, and then I'm doing other social media people. So yes, you guys can put in your names if you would like.
That is so exciting. We will be stalking you like there is no tomorrow, having all of this reshared on our page, because I mean, we're obsessed. Shahir has us obsessed with you, and like millions, like so many of your fans out there. Thank you so much for coming on the Lovin Dubai Show.
Thank you,
honestly. It's been a true pleasure and honor, and thank you for having me.
Of course, pleasure's all ours.
You guys tune into Lovin Dubai Show, same time, same place. We will see you tomorrow.